Welcome to the Library Orientation for Graduate Nursing Students. I'm Lee Williams, the Library Director. We'll discuss what databases are best for research and show you resources on the library's homepage. We have many other videos to help you with searching, PICO questions, finding full text, and requesting articles. The library provides anytime access to PubMed, the National Library of Medicine's database, CINAHL, the Cochrane Library, where you'll find full-text systematic reviews, Ovid, and ScienceDirect. Generally, to do a complete search, you should search in PubMed and CINAHL. The other resources are mostly to find full-text articles, although they do have search features of their own. These are worth trying if you're having trouble finding information. Another resource free online is Google Scholar, which isn't very precise, but it can be used for natural language searching if you're having difficulty. Many of our library holdings are immediately downloadable in a PDF format. We subscribe to over 2,000 medical journals, but there are thousands more. If you work for a large teaching institution, you may have other research products that are available to you as an employee. You should check with your employer to see if they offer other resources. You can access the library through Graceland Online. There's a link on the left navigation that takes you directly to the home page, or you can go to My Graceland from the Resources tab, choose Library, and then Grabski. We're the Health Sciences Library. The other library, Smith, serves only the on-campus undergraduate programs in Iowa. Also, here's the direct link which will take you to us. Log in using whatever you use to get into My Graceland. That's the first part of your email address before the @ sign. Email addresses are computer generated, so refer to the materials that were mailed to you to be sure of your login. We will never ask for your password via email. If you get an email asking for this, don't give it. It's a phishing scam. If you can't log in, you will need to contact Info Central, and here's the way to do that. They can reset your password if you're unsure of it. If you've been in the program for a while, you may have been asked to change your password for security reasons. If you didn't, here's the link to change your password. You have to know what your password was, the old one, that is, to use this. This is the library's website. Let me point out useful links you'll want to know. First, you can schedule time online with me by clicking on this link, and I'll call you at the time you choose and we can discuss your research. You can also just call, and Carrie or I may be available to help you. It just depends on how busy we are. This software looks at the schedule and shows when I'm available. A little lower down is the A to Z list. This is a searchable list of online academic journals we have and the years we have. It also gives you links directly to them. Next, we have our article databases. As I mentioned before, the two main databases you'll want to search are PubMed and CINAHL. These two databases are your best bets for evidence. For any medical question, PubMed should be your primary source. CINAHL indexes some nursing journals that PubMed doesn't, but be careful because CINAHL doesn't make it easy to find primary evidence the way PubMed does. You may have to sift through a lot of results to find articles with actual evidence. Usually the abstract will say that it's a randomized control trial or a systematic review, but not always. Systematic reviews and meta-analyses can be found in any database, but for what is known as a Cochrane review, these are found full text at the Cochrane Library link. So we have all Cochrane reviews in full text unless it's a very new one that hasn't posted to the database yet. For those, we can usually borrow them. On the right navigation side, there are help videos. These explain just about everything library related. We've broken them up into small parts for your convenience. How to request articles in the various resources, how to get a Lonesome Doc account, how to do specific searching, it's all there. Another important link for you in research classes like EBP and theory is here in the LibGuides. These offer course-specific information about how to research assignments in these classes. In the gold area, the first link is to sign up for a Lonesome Doc account. To order articles from PubMed, you must have a Lonesome Doc account. This link goes up to that sign-up process. For instructions on how to do that, here's a help video up here. We've stopped taking email requests because of confusion, spam filters, and other issues. Please just use Lonesome Doc or another database so we'll know what article it is that you really need. We also get a lot of questions about APA, and here are some links for that. Notice the link for setting up an APA paper in Word 2010. This is a YouTube tutorial and it's well worth watching. It takes you through the steps and the settings, it goes through headings, and it'll save you a lot of time. Finally, you can follow us on Twitter and we'll let you know if we're going to be closed for weather or if any of our resources are ever going to be down. How do you get articles full text when you can't find them? You can request them through CINAHL, Lonesome Doc, or Ovid. We also have a request form at the bottom of the library webpage for the occasional article you might find on the internet with no other way to request it. Also, check out our video on the various ways of requesting articles located in the help videos. We get articles that we don't have from other libraries. It normally takes us 1 to 3 days to get an article we don't have and email it to you in a PDF. We prefer using Lonesome Doc, since the lending library will oftentimes email an article directly to you and you don't have to wait on us to turn it around and send it to you. We may not have the article you want for a variety of reasons. There are thousands of medical journals. You may want something that's in a foreign medical journal, and those can be hard to find from U.S. medical libraries. We do offer most of the major nursing journals and some medical, but it's tough to anticipate the research everyone is going to do and the journals they're going to need, given that we have such a diversity among our students. Do check to see if the article is free online. You can do that by taking the first 4 or 5 words of the article title and pasting it into Google. Sometimes you can find a free link that way. We've observed research pitfalls. It's the last minute, you can't find what you need, and the deadline is looming, and you're stressed out. Please try to avoid this. Research takes time. You have to learn to do it and get comfortable with it. It takes time to formulate a PICO question that is really answerable with enough research. Your assignments are structured with this in mind. You may have a great PICO question, but there's just little or no research available. We can try to help, but sometimes there's just no research to be found. Use the LibGuides for your specific course and try to formulate a PICO question which can have some generated evidence. After you get into the research, you may just need to revise your PICO question to have some evidence. Most of the time, someone's PICO question is just too specific. Be mindful of similar studies that use the same group of subjects to do a series of articles. The abstracts will tell you generally who the subjects are. And be aware of the evidence level of something before you request it. The article may have a great title, but it's only a literature review, which is a survey of what's current in the field, and this is not a usable level of evidence for you. It may point to usable evidence in the bibliography, though. Be sure to filter your results and get the type of studies that you really need. Finally, feel free to contact us with your research questions, or if you requested an article several days ago and you haven't seen it in your inbox. Also, see if your question may be answered in the help videos or the LibGuide for your class. Thank you for watching.